Hey guys, man, so guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about my FIFA World Cup CONCACAF qualifiers. Obviously, the qualifiers are about to begin very soon in the month of March. The international break is about to begin, and I'm going to be explaining to you guys on how this all works. So basically, every nation in the group, each of the groups are going to basically play 2 home games and 2 away games, and basically the nation that comes out on top with the most points, they will qualify for the playoffs for the second round, in which basically each nation will be paired up against each other in a home and away fashion, and whichever the three nations that prevail from that does join the final round to join the octagonal. So, like I said before, guys, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen, and I'll give you guys my group. I'm going to give you guys my predictions for each group. Only 2 nations, I think, only the top nations will qualify. So I will give you guys a second nation that I think could potentially qualify as well and give them a challenge. And so yeah, so let's start with Group A. Our first group is Antigua, Barbados. Yeah, Antigua and Barbados. My bad, not Barbados. Sorry, there. El Salvador, Grenada, Montreal, U.S. Virgin Islands. To be completely honest with you guys, I think this group is very open for one nation. I just think that one nation's heads and shoulders above the rest. I just don't think the other nations really stack apparently too well. And I'm going to have to give the edge to El Salvador. I think El Salvador will probably win this pretty comfortably. I do think Grenada could maybe challenge. I wouldn't be surprised, though. But realistically, I do think El Salvador should top this group. I think Grenada will probably be the closest nation that can challenge, although I still don't think they'll be able to do it. So I'm going to go with them to top this group. By the way, guys, I'm not going to go too extensive into this. It's just my quick predictions. Like I said before, guys, if you go extensive this, we'll be here all day, and I got a lot of stuff to do. So, so I think El Salvador should win this group pretty comfortably. Next group is Group B. We have Aruba, Bermuda, Canada, Cayman Islands, Suriname. Once again, another tough group. Very interesting group indeed. And I think the nation I think could potentially challenge the first place nation, Suriname. I think Suriname has been a good nation. I've been sort of impressed with what they've been doing. They have been looking pretty good, as you can see. Let's go look at their results, standings. So as you can see, they did do very well in the Nations League. Let's see how well they did in the Nations League. So as you can see, right, guys, in the Nations League, they did top their group, Group D with St. Vincent, Grenadines, Nicaragua, Dominica. So they have been decent, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't League B, so they are a decent nation. However, I do think this is going to be too much for them. I don't think they're as good as Canada, and I have Canada topping this group. I just think Canada are the best nation in this group. And fun fact for you guys, I was actually born in Canada, guys. I was born in Canada. I was born in Montreal. I lived there for like 4 years, I think. And then basically actually 6 years, I think. And then I went to Oregon and stayed there for like a few years, and then now I'm in South Carolina. So, like I said before, guys, I think for me, Canada is a nation that I think it's heads and shoulders above the rest. I think the talents of Alphonso Davies, Jonathan David is too good, and I just think Canada should top this group. You know what I'm saying? Although I do think Suriname potentially could challenge, so I'll give respect to Suriname. The rest of the other 3 nations, I don't think they're good enough whatsoever. We went to Group C. It is British Virgin Islands, Cuba, Curacao, Guatemala, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. For me in this group, I'm going to say that it's tough to say which nation is going to compete best for that first spot. To be honest with you guys, I think Guatemala might be the best shout, possibly. As you can see, let's go look at the Nations League, how they did. It's good to see right here in the Nations League and League. See, here it is. They did top the group with Puerto Rico and Anguilla. Then again, it's League C. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that possibly, I think Curacao would top the group. I just think Cuba for me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say Cuba. I think Cuba's the closest. I just think Cuba for me. They have too many players issues. Players keep defecting to the United States and whatsoever, and I just don't think they have enough talent to really challenge Curacao, and I have been impressed with Curacao. Curacao played very well in the Gold Cup, and I remember that game against Curacao, the United States played. Curacao were actually a better team. We should not have won. We shouldn't have won that game, to be honest with you guys. So I would say Curacao, I think they'll top the group. I think this is a good nation to top the group, and I think Cuba might come in second. So yeah. We went to Group D. We have Anguilla, Barbados, Dominica, and Dominican Republic, and Panama. Now, for me in this group, I think this is a very balanced group. I don't think I think this one's going to be very interesting. I don't think there'll be huge margins in it. I think most of the nations are fairly close to each other. And I'm going to have to give the edge to Panama. I think Panama, they have been the best nation, although they haven't exactly played well ever since the World Cup. They have the experience, and I think they are slightly better than the rest of the nations. I don't think the other nations are as talented as Panama is, and I just think Panama, for me, despite them kind of going through a slurp in form, I do think they'll top the group just about. And I think Dominican Republic will be the nation that I think could potentially challenge them the most for that spot. And moving on to the penultimate group, we have is Group E. We have Belize, Haiti, Nicaragua, and St. Lucia, and Turkey, and Caicos. Wow. Okay, there we go. For me in this one, I think Haiti is the best nation. I think Haiti is the best nation there. I remember in the Gold Cup, they were very, very close to making the final. They just missed out on a penalty, which I'm not going to discuss about. I think they were, let's just say, they were hard done by, extra time. I think Haiti played very well indeed. And I just think that Haiti, for me, they're heads and shoulders above the rest, Nicaragua, I think, could potentially be the nation that I think could potentially get that first spot as well. However, I do think Haiti will get that first spot relatively, maybe, I'll say relatively comfortably. I might come to regret this. And then we have our final group here, which is Group F, the last group here. And we have as Bahamas, Guyana, Puerto Rico. Oh, sorry, guys. You guys can't see it. Dang, it's so small. Let me make this smaller, guys. Wow, okay. Well, guys, I'm going to have to do something a little different. So as this is not going to show up here, it seems, I'm going to basically do an alternative. We're going to basically just go ahead and look at the Wikipedia page, and we'll just show it to you guys there. So Group F. Yeah, this should work. Okay. And as you can see, the second round's already there. So, yeah, so Group F. So we got Trinidad, Tobago, St. Kitts, and Nevis, Guyana, Puerto Rico, Bahamas. For me, it's a tough one. I think this is the toughest of the 6, to be honest with you guys, because for me, there's 2 nations I think I'm potentially looking for: Trinidad, Tobago, and Guyana. These 2 nations, in my opinion, are the best amongst the group. Guyana, they played pretty well in the Gold Cup, and Trinidad, Tobago. I don't know, man. Trinidad, Tobago, they haven't been the same ever since that historic win over the United States in 2017. We all know what they did. They prevented the USA from making the qualifications. And I just think that Trinidad and Tobago, they haven't played particularly well ever since that. And I just think they have been going through a terrible run of form. And I just think that it's going to be really interesting to see which nation is going to top this, That said, though, I still do give the edge to Trinidad and Tobago, as much as it is kind of contrary to say so. I just don't think Guyana have enough experience, enough players to really do it. And I think Trinidad, this is their chance, man. This is their chance. They have to make do with this. I mean, this is, how do you not do this? And I just think that Trinidad, as far as talent is concerned, I think they have the talent, and it's just, I don't know if they're going to do it or not, you know what I'm saying? But I will give the risk. I will give the edge to them because I just have more faith they'll do it than Guyana. I don't think Guyana have the experience to do so. So as you can see, right, guys, the second round. So if all goes as well, we'll have Trinidad, Tobago, Haiti, Panama, Curacao, Canada, and El Salvador Palace. So as you can see, Group A, let's go ahead and look Group F. So we get Group F versus Group A. So it'll be Trinidad, Tobago versus El Salvador for the one game. We're not going to predict that. I just want to show you guys. And then Group E, we got the winner of that, which will be Haiti, in my opinion. And then the Group B winner, which will be Canada, in my opinion. Haiti versus Canada again. Okay. And then we have Group C, which is going to be Curacao versus Panama. So as you can see, right, guys, we got some interesting fixtures there. And then whichever nation wins that goes on to the third round. It's going to be interesting indeed to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. So that's my predictions. Let me know what you guys think with the comments below. I will be back tomorrow for my UEFA predictions for the UEFA World Cup predictions. And I hope you guys remember to comment, subscribe, check out my Twitter, Discord, and my email. And I'll see you guys there. Peace out.